She left me a hickey on a pimple I had on my neck and popped it in her mouth. After that, I never heard from her.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
You won't escape my wrath!
What up, cool nerds? Welcome back to another video. It is, it's 6 in the morning right now, but I got a good excuse why I'm filming right now. It's 6 in the morning and I've had the wildest week. Before I get into that really quick, today's topic is gonna be about guys' worst experiences, like on their first dates or just dates in general.
We could have been a good couple. We could have had something special. But you one crazy ass.
And I got a story time for that too. But the reason I'm filming at 6 in the morning is because the gas company came to my house, and I'm gonna put the video in here. And I have my meter was right in this corner, right above my my desk. And they, I guess like legal stuff, policies, they're making them move the meters outside. Cool, whatever, right? They were supposed to be here for an hour, whatever. This man was drilling and all of a sudden my power went out, okay? I'm like, whatever, maybe he's like turning something off. I don't know. This man drilled like a conduit, a wire, and my whole power went out in my house. I didn't have power, and the dude was basically like, hey man, I gotta get my boss out here. My boss was like, hey man, y'all gotta call an electrician. I'm like, me? Like, what's it? Y'all the one who messed it up. So the electrician came out yesterday, the day after, and fixed everything. So now my sleep schedule is all off because these people were here longer than expected, like blah, blah. But I'm filming at 6 in the morning. Whatever, we're back, baby. And it was just, I always get these like minor setbacks, but like now I got all this energy to film, so I might as well film right now. But anyways, like I said, this video is about guys' worst dating experiences. And I think everyone has that. I feel like girls' dating experiences, I want to do a girl version of this, but I wanted to keep it on the funny topic. I know girls' dating experiences can be a lot more traumatizing because dudes are weirdos, but I want to keep this on a funny topic. And I want to tell y'all my worst dating experience, okay? So this was actually one of my like first dates ever. And I think it was my first date, and the girl wanted to go to Hooters, like whatever, you know, if you want me to see you and some boobs, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you know. So we went to Hooters, and like, this is a long time ago. Y'all know I'm a germaphobe. I say that like in every other video, I'm a germaphobe. We went to Hooters, and we were looking at the menu, and this girl was already kind of like, she was cute, whatever, right? Well, she was like, I don't know. She might even be watching this video, oh well. But this was like 15 plus years ago. And so we're at Hooters and we're looking at the menu, and like everyone goes there for their like dry, dusty wings. I don't like their wings. I think they're overrated. And I'm looking at the menu and I'm going through, I see like the sandwiches, the soups, whatever, right? And she's looking at the menu, and I think she pretty much knows what she wants. And the server comes up to us, she's a good looking girl, right? But she asks, the server goes, hey, you guys ready? And like, we're like, no, not yet. And she goes, but hey, I got a question for you. And I'm like, okay, like what's her question, right? What's her question? And so the question that she asked her, she was like, hey, do you have any chapstick I can borrow? What? You just asked a stranger for chapstick? Like, this is it. I like cringed so much inside. I was like looking at the menu and I kind of like peeped over, like, wait, like no way this girl's for real right now. Like, this girl straight up asked the server for chapstick. Like, no, like that was like a done deal for me. Like, you just borrowing random people's just anyone's I don't want to touch anyone else's chapstick ever. Like, no, come on, bro. But anyways, y'all, that's my story. I think I have a few more, but I want to like, I can do story time forever. But anyways, we're gonna jump right into this video and look at some of these other guys' experiences. And I think some of their experiences are 10 times worse than mine, but mine was just like, you know, I had to tell y'all. You already know what to do. Smack that like button, sub notifications on, let's get it. She showed up 5 months pregnant on a first date. Hey man, if you want me to be baby daddy status, just say that. You know what I'm saying? You could have just threw that out there before we went on this date. But nah, for real though. If you show up 5 months pregnant on a date and you don't disclose that information, that's a little wild. That's a little too much to take on. You know what I'm saying? But like, hey, you got to get in where you fit in. You know what I mean? If your baby daddy ain't putting in work, you know, you got to find a new one. Honestly, though, I can't even be mad at her because dudes be low key doing the same thing. Obviously, they're not showing up pregnant, but like they will be showing up with like babies after like 2 months of y'all dating seriously. And when I be seeing those like posts on social media about like, oh, he still lives with his baby mama, but they're not together. But like, I just feel that's weird. Maybe I'm not a woman to like experience this, you know, but like even guys, like you're, and stuff doesn't work out all the time. I get it. But like you got a kid on the way and you out here in the dating scene. Like, I feel like that wouldn't be my priority at all. And I know some people need 110% companionship all the time. They go like dating after, the next week they're dating someone else. Like, but come on, this is a little too much. Now I gotta show up to this dinner date for a table for 3 instead of 2. While driving us to dinner, my phone on vibrate went off in my pocket. I look at the text and it's from my date, sent it to me accidentally saying, oh my God, he's so ugly. I pull over to the gas station, hand her $2 to run in and get some lottery tickets, and I drove the F off. Bro, come on, man. It's not all about looks. No, but hey, I've done that before where you send those like texts like meant for someone else and you send it to that person. Like, bro, that's the worst. But hey, at least he got out like before like it went any further. You know, people be trying to get these free dinner dates. But if you want to take me out to dinner for free, like I'm here for it too. Like I don't want to date you, but I'm here for free dinner too. And that's the worst too, because when we talked about this in the last video, when you guys are like texting each other, it's different. But when you meet that person, like people be using these filters, they be like changing their photos, using photos from like 20 years ago. People be looking different in person. That's just reality. You know, photos already change your composition. Like the TV makes you look different, photos make you, but when you start adding filters, people just look different. And hey, some people be uglier in person. You know, I'm uglier in person. Okay. So if you see me in person, we have like a little like YouTube meetup. Like if you call me ugly, we'll just fight. But if I was in that situation, like he was quick on his feet, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, hey, go to the gas station, get a lottery ticket and pull off, whatever, right? But if that was me in the car, like I wouldn't have been so smooth. I would have just looked over like, so I'm ugly, right? Okay. She asked me to pull to the side and pop to squat beside the car and peed what had to be the strongest stream of pee I've ever heard in my life. I'm sure she eroded the earth a bit. Turns out she was already drunk to start a date and that could only end in disaster. Dang, man. Bro, that's rough too, because if somebody's showing up to like, a first date, just wilding out drunk already, peeing on the side of the road, and you know that thing was flowing like the Nile River too, if he's talking like that. I feel like if you gotta get drunk before, and I know some people smoke before, doing anything, which is fine, but like getting drunk is a completely different level of like what that person can be. And you over here peeing and popping a squat on the side of the road, bro, absolutely not. Like, why don't you just get a drink or two at the restaurant? If you're alcoholic, just say that. Beat me up after we sexed because I lasted only 2 minutes and couldn't get back up. I mean, dang. That's literally a minute and a half longer than what I could have done. What? I mean, come on, bro. It happens to the best of us, Not me, though, because they call me the Energizer Bunny, you know what I'm saying? But for real though, if I got beat up and it folded, world starred after sex because I didn't last long, nobody and their mom is gonna know that information. I'm taking that to the grave. Like people are gonna be at like work. Well, like, Vaughn, what happened to you? Like, what happened? I'm like, I got jumped, fam. My roommate in college had a date with a dork she didn't want to be alone with. Long story short, I ended up tagging along on their date and pretending to be terminally ill the whole time. All right, y'all. So there's nothing wrong with a woman not being comfortable being alone with a guy. Like, just guys need to find that normal, to be honest. But to act like you're like terminally ill and like just acting like you're about to die, bro, why are you here, bro? Other than that, like, some dudes are weird. There's way too many Ted Bundys and weirdos out there that take advantage of women. Like, sometimes you got to have a tag along, and sometimes you don't even know that they have a tag along. It could be like a fake person in the background, just a stand-in, you know what I mean? But this dude was heated about it, and he had to write about it in the school newspaper. So obviously this happened somewhere like at college or something like that. He said, while the girl and I had a lot in common and seemed fairly compatible, it was hard to get past the fact that she brought along her terminally ill roommate to dinner. And I understand bringing your friend or whatever. Why you gotta act terminally ill? Like, what would she just say in there like that? Like, yo, only got like 3 days to live. I've never really had a crazy date before. The only thing that stands out is that a girl whom I spent $277. That's super accurate, by the way. Like super like precise. I don't know why he knows that information. This must have traumatized him. $277 on a date with told me to my face that she had a D appointment planned after our date. I thought it was a joke until she showed me the messages. I had to laugh to stop from crying, bro. Honestly, if this just happened to me, I'm jumping off a building. Like, you know, F's in the chat for this dude.
Oh my God! Oh,
definitely not the worst, but this just happened. At a restaurant, this girl pinched me hard like 5 to 6 times to the point I almost hit her. Next day, my arm all cut up from the pinches, so I text her and tell her she goes, "That's what you get for being light-skinned." What? Women don't realize guys have boundaries too. Like, bro, like we're not cool with domestic violence either, bro, because if you're pinching me 5 to 6 times hard, after the second time, I'm putting you in a Detroit Urban Survival headlock. Walked my date to her car after a 2-hour dinner only to find out she left her kid in the car the whole time. Yo. Dang. This is beyond neglect. If you do this to me and we're on a date, like, okay, if you take me on a date, or if I take you on a date and I find out you leave your kid in the car, that kid's mine now. You don't deserve to be a mom. You know that long, like, slow walk after dinner, and like you guys are just saying, like, oh, I had a good time, I had a great time, dinner was great, oh, my food was good, like, you know, all that BS, right? And then like you might get a hug or a kiss, whatever. Imagine doing all that and then you do that slow walk and you look into the window, you see a kid. I'm going to break into the car like. We went to a diner for breakfast early in the morning. We had a disagreement, and on her way out, she stole the tips off every table between us and the door. What? Bro, you dodged the bullet, bro. I mean, come on, man. If you're gonna be that petty and steal tips off the table, you don't need to be going out to dinner or anywhere for that matter. Like, stay home. Cook some rice-a-roni and some chicken and call it a day. But for real though, if we go out to dinner and you do this, like, you know, let me get like 10%, you know, maybe 15. That gotta be your partner in crime, yo. Invited me to her crib knowing she ain't pay her electric bill, smashed in the freezing cold and never seen her again. I mean, if she ain't pay her electric bill, how you see her at all? Met a girl off Tinder. We text for about 2 weeks and we finally decided to meet up. I go pick her up and find out she only had one arm. She never disclosed this. And I mean, bro, like there's just some things you gotta say. And I know it's probably hard to date with one arm. I mean, it may not be, but like that's something you just gotta say, bro. Cause if I show up to like the restaurant or wherever we meet up at and I ain't got no booty cheeks, you gonna be mad? Yeah. Somebody responded to this guy and he said, that ain't right, but it might not be left either. Forgot my name and referred to me as Lil Dude the whole day. Absolutely not. First of all, no. you ain't gonna do it. The fact that you let that happen, absolutely no. That's why I hate repeating my name, but like you're gonna say my name right. You're either gonna say my name right or you're gonna get this fist to the face. Like, come on, bro. People be like, oh, Davon, Devin. Like, no. And like one thing too is like in Chicago, we have this thing where we say the Bulls, the Bears, you know, it's Devon. Like, so it's easy for when people are from like this area, you know what I mean? Like we have this certain type of like, I guess, dialect that like we speak out here. But like I go to different areas, they be, but like how do you butcher that so much, bro? There's only like 2 ways you can say this, you know? And that's why I tell people just call me Vaughn for short, like blah, blah, this and that. But like, and we got a Devon, I'm about to say it wrong too, a Devon Street out here and they spell it differently. I spell my name D-A-V-O-N. And like, I see people in my comments now spell my name. Some of my family members say it or spell it wrong, you know? But no, you're not gonna refer to me as Lil Dude ever. Even if you know my name, no. Little dude, like, no, my pride is way too up here to be called Little Dude.
my name is Devon.
She had bad breath, told me she just got back from Burning Man, complained that the last dude she went out with left early because of her breath, then told me she made her own toothpaste. Okay. So, you know, I've encountered this a couple times and I'm big on teeth. Like, I love good teeth. Like, that's one of the first things I noticed. And every person that had like pretty bad teeth that was kind of attractive with if they didn't smile, breath was always kicking like a Bruce Lee movie. Like, absolutely not. What is making your own toothpaste? What do you make your own toothpaste out of? Like, because no. I cannot do bad breath. I don't care how good you look. Like, ain't no way I'm dealing with that funky smell 24/7. And what sucks about it is that like dental work and all this stuff is not cheap out in America. And I know it's probably not cheap in other places as well. But like some of my friends, when we were in Mexico, or not Mexico, in San Diego, they would go over to Mexico to like get cheaper prices to get their teeth fixed. Like, because bro, it's no joke out here, but like you got to go past your limit. We got to fix these teeth because some people's breath be funky, like for real. Like, you don't smell your own breath. Like, I'm dying in this cooped up room. Like, it's not killing you. People are like immune to their own poison breath.
Stank down it. Ugh.
And don't be a mouth breather with bad breath. You, instead of Listerine, you got to gargle lava, because I ain't the one. We went to see a movie. My voice just cracked. We went to see a movie at the mall after I paid. She pulled out an AMC gift card and she said she just wanted to see if I had money. Okay. She left me a hickey on a pimple I had on my neck and popped it in her mouth. After that, I never heard from her. Took me to a mac and cheese restaurant after I told her I was lactose intolerant and ate it in my face as I watched. No. You deserve better, because if that happened to me, that would start my villain arc right there. I'm just doing Itachi right there, just to the whole restaurant and her family. She farted loud while we were waiting for her Uber outside. Bro, if you fart in front of me, like, I know it's real then. Like, I can't be mad at this, because I also respect this, because, you know, she's about to get into an Uber. It's like, you can either fart outside or crop dust the entire Uber and the whole ride is funky. Like, come on, bro. If you fart inside the Uber, like, your 5-star rating go to 3. Like, come on. Like, I gotta keep my rating high. I need to get these good trips. So she just let it rip outside and let nature take its course so it could disperse evenly. Because come on. If you do that in like some compact area like a Uber, I'm gonna be like, yo, what's that smell, bro?
Girl, that's a booty hole.
First date was at a movie and her parole officer met me at the front. He shook my hand and told me he wanted to monitor who she had contact with, then proceeded to buy a ticket to the movie too and sit in the row behind us. Bro, if I gotta do all this to go on a date, like, I'm not with that Bonnie and Clyde stuff, because we know how that ended. Like, I am a good upstanding citizen. Like, this is El Chapo. Come on, bro. No, like, I'm going to the movies and keeping an eye on you, because you might do something sus and like get me murdered. Went to eat. She ordered some expensive stuff and didn't like it. I went to the restroom and my food and her food was 8, not gone, 8, and she left. Bro, honestly, I applaud her, because that's the real Tinder swindler right there. Her enemies were after her, so she had to go. Bruh. All right, y'all, that's the end of the video. I want y'all to put in the comments what some of your worst like experiences with dating. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl, like, let me know. I'm gonna go through the comments in the last video too. My power's back, so I got the internet and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go through what you guys went through for your embarrassing moments as well. So y'all already know what to do. Thank you guys, cool nerds. It feels good to be back filming again. I love doing these random topics that we usually don't do. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying these new like Twitter threads and stuff like that. If you guys see any or come across any, let me know as well. You already know what to do. Smack that like button, sub, and notifications on. I'll see you in the next episode. All right, cool nerds, peace.
Are all nerds as good as you?